This map first impressions video is brought to you by the Farmer Klein YouTube channel. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another map first impressions video. Today we're going to take a look at Osina. This map can be found over at the farmingsimulator.com website in the main mod hub, or also in the in-game mod hub, and this map is available for all platforms. I took a hint from Google Translate, and that is the pronunciation that it gave me once I plugged in Polish as the language of origin. According to the description over at farmingsimulator.com, this map is located in Poland in the lower, basically it's located in Poland. I'm not going to attempt to pronounce where it is other than in a lower section of Poland. This map offers two farms, a pig farm and a cow farm, biogas plant, 56 fields including 4 meadows, 8 sell points, although I will say that is a little misleading, and we'll take a look at that when we look at the prices screen. A sawmill, agricultural machinery shop, real diversified terrain from real life, forest, missions, custom crop and soil textures, animated gates, and much, much more. So let's just go ahead and jump on in the map. Let's pull up the log. See the map load up. There we go. We are loading this map up on new farmer mode. I can tell you that if you do a start from scratch, the main farm here is a little bit different. First off, whoa, we are right outside our sleep trigger here. Start up the map. This house is not here if you do this map in Farm Manager or start from scratch. In addition, the main farm silo is gone, and the pig shed, which is over on the other side of these other sheds, is also gone. So let's go ahead and take a look at the map. Zoom out. We have, well, a massive field 47. This thing is very, very dominant across the rest of the map. See here that there's a big chunk of land over here. It's not buyable, as is this hunk down here. Take a look at 47. $2.7 million. Area 53 with what looks like a part of the forest is almost $600,000. We start out by owning fields 20, 21, 22, 4, 13, 23, 48, and then the main farm area. 5 fields here is one chunk, field 23, and then 8. Take a look. Some of these mappings are a little interesting, like 24 and 31 are one section of buyable land for $225,000. Big field 50, $605,000. Got 4 fields lumped together. 3 more fields. Here's 4 fields. So it's kind of interesting how these are going to lay out. I'm assuming these are roads, so we'll just have to kind of explore this as we get in the map. Get little chunks. There is a buyable BGA right here for $328,000, and the pig farm is up here. It is $87,000. Now, as I was saying, in Farm Manager or Start from Scratch, your farmhouse is gone, silo is gone, and the pig enclosure is gone. The cow enclosure stays in the other 2 play modes. Interesting enough, I assume it's because we don't own the land from the start. Not really sure, but the cow area and the pig area is custom to the map. See, we have our standard crops here on the map. Let's take a look at the prices screen, and this is what I mean when it says there's 8 sell points, being a little bit misleading. That there's only 2 sell points that really accept all of our crops. There is Grain Elevator East that accepts our root crops, sugarcane, and eggs and milk. Then we've got the supermarket, which is the second sell point for eggs. No more sell points for milk. Spinnery accepts our cotton and wool. Sawmill, of course, accepts logs and wood chips. Then we have the barn, which accepts silage, hay, straw, and grass, as well as the BGA, but of course you need to own it first. Take a look at the vehicle equipment that we start out with. We start out with a small list of equipment. Some of it has some hours on it. Most of it is fairly well maintained, and none of it is leased. We start with the pig enclosure. We do not have any pigs at the start, and there are contracts on the map. 5 and 43. Of course, there's going to be more as things load in. In some of my other loadings of the map, when I was kind of exploring and seeing how things were on the other play modes, I did notice that there's transport contracts. While we don't have one here, I did see a transport contract come up on another start of this map. And then I saw on another start that there were no contracts available at the initial load up of the map. So it's kind of interesting. Depending on your luck, you may not have any contracts right away. Kind of luck of the draw. Let's go ahead and take a look at our garage. We start out with a pair of Fence favorite 515C and the 511C, range in horsepower from 115 to 150. We've got the New Holland TX32 Harvester with the 32X grain header. We've got the HW80 trailer and the small coon cultivator. We've got the Agricem Multiplow 3-meter variety. We've got a Vanderstand Spirit R300S seeder. We've got a water tanker, weight, and then we have custom cow pasture, good for 75 cows. We've got a custom pig enclosure, good for 90 pigs. We've got a custom grain silo, good for 125,000 liters of our standard crops, our standard grains. Got a small lizard silo bunker, or silage bunker. Now this is listed as a mod, so this is not the in-game one. Interesting to see how this differs. And then we have the custom farmhouse. All of that could be sold. Let's take a look at our placeables. Under animal pens, see we have all our standard animal pens, and then we have the custom pig enclosure and cow pasture. So if you do start in one of the other play modes, you can put down the custom pig enclosure, or you could just go with one of the in-game variety, should you so wish. You have the custom grain silo as viable, as is the small bunker silo mod. Check. Then lastly, we can put down the base American style farmhouse or custom farmhouse for the map. So with that, let's go ahead and explore the main farm here. Like that shed door will open. Have lights. Harvester. More of our equipment. Another Fent. Trailer and water tank. Here we have a trigger. Gas station. Okay, well, I don't know if you want to be storing gas in those, but at any rate, this is where you're going to come to fuel up your tractor. It's a pull through. Then here is our farm silo, our dump, and our fill. Of course, with this roof over top, you're not going to want to bring in trailers that tip up as much as trailers that tip to the sides, or basically trailers that have a movable floor and would just unload out tipping. Then over here we have the custom pig enclosure. Whoa. Got our water trough here. Our food trough. Looks like there are maybe 2 triggers here. So I'm going to say that our straw trigger is also in this general vicinity. That's where we're going to buy our pig. We have our slurry point. Really needs to cover that up. Somebody unknowingly falls in. Then we have what looks like to be our manure pile right here. Like the decorative manure that is already in place. Lots of storage here on the main farm. All right, well, with that, let's go ahead and prep for our flyover. We'll do a fly around the map. I do say that it does feel like this map has maybe some custom lighting. It's from Morrow Manor or somewhere else, but it does just have a general feel, something different related to the lighting. All right, let's take to the skies. Here we have the main farm. Look out over the way. As seems to be the trend with Polish maps and maps of that general area, you can see that we have fields that are really closely packed together. That's where you're going to want to make sure you have optimal farm lands defined. Otherwise, you're going to be running into basically issues of you don't own this land. Clearly, you are in the right. Then here we've got our shop. Got our pig farm right here with the blue roofs, I should say. Then we've got the map border right there. GA. Series of fields. I like these stacks of bales. Just want to see if these bales have collisions in them. They do. It's cool. See if we go this way across the fields. Now the fields have a rolling hills feel to them, with the roads seemingly in the valleys of the hills. And then massive. Here's that massive field. What number was that massive field? Field 47. Oh my goodness. Check out the terrain on this field. This looks to be I don't know. This looks to be really fun. At the same time, very, very daunting. You know, these fields come down to this valley. Got what looks like a dry creek bed running down through here, through the low area. This field continues on, wraps around this tree line. Got a little standing water down here at the bottom of this field. It's insane. Look at the rolling hills on just this field alone. Got utility lines coming here through the crossed back into this field. We're going to need to check some of these utility lines and see if they have collisions on them or not. Say this is a rather nice looking map from the standpoint of just the elevation changes. Look, here's some rolling, definitely some rolling ridges. Those fields there. See. Oh no. This will be. Oh, we're outside the play area now. Thought we might be. Saw this 2D graphic here. I thought, you know, that's kind of interesting. So that's outside the play area. Let's see. Your collision wall? Did we just fly over it? Very low collision wall, it looks like. Jump over it. See how high this button. Yeah, that is a very low collision wall. Look at that. Let's check and see. Those. Whoa, get off them. Oh my gosh, I nearly electrocuted myself. These have collisions. No. Those have collisions. Just the ones outside the boundary did not. Okay, sorry about that. Town here. Town is also outside this play area. There's the collision. There's basically the boundary of the play area right there where the road's blocked off. So it's interesting that that collision wall doesn't extend very far up. That's just interesting. As I was saying, this is a rather beautiful map from the standpoint of the rolling fields and the terrain, varying types of terrain. I kind of have a thing for these fields. You know, the fields in strips also. Kind of did that growing up. Have long, narrow field. And end up putting not five, but 3 or 4 strips in place, as opposed to just having one big field full of one thing. Have long, narrow fields of a few. All right, well, let's fly back over here to the shop. Then we will pick up where we left off and start driving around. Go ahead and get our Mahindra. Go. There's where our vehicle spawns in. Got our shop trigger. Then we've got a repair, customize cell trigger right here. Stop trigger over there. Then you get in this. Pull up the map. Pull up the PDA. And before we go anywhere, this area also serves as the animal dealer. Got the animal dealer right here in the same area as the shop. And we've got, like I said, we've got a lot of things here in this general vicinity. Play. Probably going to be an egg 5 point. Let's look. Supermarket. Market is indeed buying our eggs. So there you go. That's an egg purchase point. Then the bulk of the sell points are here within this just big complex. So as opposed to trying to drive around, let's just walk around. This one does, no real indication. So here is our wool and cotton sell point. Okay. So real indication going on there. It's likely going to be our barn sell point. Look. Yep. Barn sell point. The grain mill is this way. Wondering if it's not in the building. Wouldn't think this is the grain mill that we're actually just dumping on this scale. That would be kind of. See, this would make more sense. Be the grain mill that we're, well, I wouldn't say more sense, but it would make some sense that we're dumping within this this building. Seen this model before on various Slavic style maps, Polish maps, Russian maps. Sometimes this is a pig enclosure, sometimes it's a cow area. This is listed as the grain mill, east elevator, central elevator, lime station, and sawmill, all within this industrial complex, if I dare use that terminology. Here we have a wood chip sell point, a log sell point down here. Let's go back and see if we can figure things out. Here we have the lime station. Again, I'm not sure what that is, unless it's like east elevator. Another sell point. And then the other sell point. So it's the one for our root crops. Is the other sell point for our grains. Like I said, everything is all in this one general vicinity. Still no real indicator as to what this is. other than it looking like a scale. Head on back. I don't know if I'm a big fan of having everything in that one area, but what that does do is then free up the map for basically just agriculture, just fields. I'll have to break it up with a whole bunch of areas. So here we are at the cow farm. You have decent storage. Another fuel station. Again, not really those visual indicators that is for fuel anyway, but each their own. As we all know, it's for fuel. And then we've got our custom cow pen here. We've got our milk trigger, straw, and our feed trough here. Cow trigger. Got our custom silage trough here. Remember, we don't own this area yet. We don't own this area from the start. Of the water trough, our manure, slurry is somewhere to be found. Must have missed it. I definitely missed it. Here it is. Once again, whoever is basically working these slurry tanks, look at that. Look at that gate. It opens and in and out at the same time. Cool little garden area here. Like it's a bit uncared for. Right. In our Mahindra. Let's get in our Mahindra here and actually kind of start looking around the map. Driving around these roads, kind of checking out fields and everything. While we drive up this way, let's go in cab and just take a look at the lay of the fields, the lay of the land. So, cell tower up there. See how close together these fields are. Also see these custom crop textures. Build 50 over here. These fields are not, don't seem to be bordered by garden going on. They don't appear to be bordered by any sort of fence. So that means that these would be, you're the kind of person that just needs large fields. You'd be able to easily merge most of these together without too much hassle whatsoever. It's pretty cool. Don't mind farming with fields so close together like this, then just leave them separated. Am really digging the tree or something. I am really digging the elevation and everything here on the map. Swing on in here and check out the BGA. And as a frame of reference, here are 5 of those fields that we own: 13, 4, 22, 21, and 20. Then there, right behind us, is field 23. There's another one of those open forward and backward gates. Here at the BGA. Makes sense that that be a fuel trigger. It's not a fuel trigger. Makes sense that it was. At any rate, got some shed here. If you want to store your equipment over here for the BGA operations, you have 2 large bunkers. See where our triggers stop. So they stop right there at the edge of the wall. Are these cones? Very nice. Got a water trigger possibly here. Pretty neat. Have our digestate and our silage digester here. Pull this up. Oh, the wheel is still turned. Taking a look across hillsides. Right down here to the road. Splits 39 and 40. This has a collision. Oh, indeed it does. Already established that these poles have collisions on them. Inside the playable area. Trash pile right at the intersection. Road there going off those 2 fields. This field here of, looks like maybe soybeans. Split by this little row, this little hedge of bushes. Do have collisions. These are basically buried trees. See the rest of the tree there under the ground. They're basically buried trees. not going to be plowing these up. You're going to have to come in here and hope that you can take the tops off of them. I wanted to plow that in. And ultimately, what I want to do is I want to get over here to this big honking field. What is it, 47? Some way. All right, yeah, that'll work. Let's jump it. All right, now we're in this big honking field. Drive through this big field. See how this just rolls. Imagine how much wheat you could, how much straw you could pull off of this. It's crazy. Crazy big. So, I don't want to move the camera. I'm going to give you a fair representation. Of course, if we were in cab, all we'd be seen as fly through. From this angle, we can kind of see how things roll. It's insane. All right, guys, so that is... Oh, I forgot how this map is pronounced again. On it. Well, any rate, that is however I pronounced it at the start. Let me know, guys, in the comments, what do you think of this map? Like I said, I kind of digging the... at a minimum, I'm kind of digging the overall lay of the land, if you will. Cut through. Cut through in this tree line. Never been a huge fan of the I was never been a huge fan of, you know, the old, like, super rundown places falling apart, third world kind of look, but this geography and elevation on these fields, that's what really has got me into it. Really liking this map, just from the standpoint of the elevation changes and everything. Like I said, let me know in the comments, what do you think of this map? And until next time, happy farming.